Well, October is Vegetarian Month, and we are going to go all the way with it with vegan chef Alexander Mack.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to make us a dish that not only good for vegetarians, good for vegans, also good for folks with celiac disease.
Yes, correct. So today we'll be preparing a Tarragon Basil Pesto Penne with plant-based meatballs, which I have here, penne over here. But first we're going to start out with actually creating the meatballs.
Okay. Yeah, people are going to hear vegetarian meatballs. How are you doing that?
So I have quinoa grains and also tough grains with pecans and also portobello mushrooms. I know there's a lot of crazy ingredients in there.
But it sounds like it would give you the texture of a meatball.
Oh yeah, and then the flour base I have here is tapioca flour as well as spelt flour. Now all of these ingredients are high in calcium, high in magnesium, high in iron. And then, like you said before, you know, this gives an opportunity for individuals who have celiac disease to have a dish that has a lot of flavor and can remind them of the texture of ground beef.
Right. That's going to hold together.
Yep.
I mean, you know, portobello mushroom does have a very meaty texture to it.
Oh yeah.
Meaty flavor as well.
And then all you have to do is pop this in the oven at 375, and then from there you allow it to cook for about 10 minutes. And once you cook it for 10 minutes, then you know you're good to go from there.
Excellent. So these right in the oven, you don't have to fry these or anything like
well,
that?
you can fry them. So you can fry them in a non-stick pan for about 2 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
And you have to make sure you roll every 2 minutes, roll it over for every 2 minutes so you cook it thoroughly. And if you have an air fryer, you can even put it in the air fryer too and cook that for about 3 to 4 minutes too.
A lot of people love those air fryers.
Oh yeah.
So you've been cooking some penne in a pan here. Just was that cooked and you're bringing it back with water, or is this?
Yes, so it was already pre-cooked, so now I'm just bringing it back with water, just adding a little bit of steam with the lid to keep the moisture inside. And here, inside of the pesto is fresh tarragon, fresh basil. I also have smoked paprika in there a little bit with pistachios.
Oh, wow.
So I roasted off some pistachios for this, blended it all down with the spinach, avocado oil, and you can use olive oil, but for this segment I just wanted to introduce something different.
And then pesto is an uncooked sauce. You just make this in a food processor.
Yep, put it in the food processor, and then it's good to go. And then from here, I'm just going to mix everything together. Just heat it up slightly, not too much. And then once I incorporate everything together, then I'm just going to add a little bit of salt for the finish, a little bit of black pepper, add the meatballs, and then over here I got some garnish to go along with it.
When you're making the pesto, do you have a recommendation for the order that you put the ingredients in?
Yes. So the key thing, whenever you're doing the pesto, especially since I have pistachios in this, one of the main things you want to do is blend the pistachios first. I also have garlic in there too, garlic cloves. So you want to make sure that you blend that down, you pulse it, and then you go ahead and add the herbs, the spinach, pulse that. Then you add the lime juice, the avocado oil, pulse that. And then you'll slowly pour water in and then completely have that come together.
Because you want it a little bit, the water just kind of makes it a little loose. So
yeah,
It
exactly.
coats all the pasta that you put it on.
Exactly. So right now, got everything incorporated. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And I'm going to come over there to
Man,
the
you can
bowl.
really, I'm smelling tarragon, but I'm also smelling the pistachio.
Oh, yeah. And then since it's slightly roasted too, you know, that flavor is going to go through everything, you know. So you want to have the dish to have different levels of flavor.
Yeah, when you roast nuts, you really elevate the flavor of them.
Oh, yeah. So right now, we're going to go ahead and plate this here, and then after plating, I have some fresh basil and some fresh tarragon. And I always tell individuals in my classes, anytime you want to plate, you want to utilize some of the same ingredients that you have in your dish, as far as like sauce goes. So we're going to place that there, add the vegan Parmesan, and for the vegetarians out there, of course, you can use real Parmesan. You can get special and use smoked Gouda, you know. So there's a lot of possibilities when you're creating the dish. And then I got some grape tomatoes with some sun-dried tomatoes here, you know, to kind of bring the dish out, add a little bit more acidity to the dish as well. And then there you have it.
Neat. And you mentioned your classes. That is one of your first loves, being able to teach people how to eat healthy.
Yeah, so I believe in having a balance, you know, and you can come from any type of background, whatever culture, it doesn't matter. My overall goal is just to introduce something new and something to have, you know, once a week, you know, meatless Mondays, you know, or if you have whatever type of illness, this can assist as well. But yeah, definitely, my heart and soul is definitely in classes and teaching.
How can folks get in touch with you if they want to line up a class or?
So they can go to amdiversecooking.com, click on services, and then they'll see the class portion, and then they just book a date with me, and there you have it. And also in that class, you can also receive the recipes as well too. So whatever we're learning, I have the recipes lined up for them, and then they can carry that on, you know, for whatever day they want to cook.
Fantastic. And this is something that you can show folks how to make in their own kitchen.
Yes.
You got a whole lineup of recipes that, as you said, can lead to healthier eating and things that people can do for themselves at home.
Oh yeah, and if they want flavor, so that's the key
right.
thing. So anytime I come around, I got to bring the flavor to it.
So you certainly do that, and I tell you what, looking at this dish, you might just make me a vegetarian. Who knows?
I'm here for it.
Great to see you, man.
Great to see you too.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.